as you continue to evolve in these principles, and as you say, the behavioral implications of the principles, you started, as I understand, to build these behavioral standards into the ways you run your processes, into the ways you promote people, into the ways you hire people, into the ways you search for talent. Can you say a little bit about that and its importance?
Yeah, and I think this is potentially very useful for anyone listening in. I think considering this type of work, which is we are extremely pragmatic. We are an extremely engineerial culture. So for us, things have to have almost an immediate call to action or bias to action or tangible potential impact for us to be comfortable with. I think we've evolved. I've learned a lot about sometimes surrendering to things that are more aspirational and more long-term. And that's been part of my growth and my learning. But so clearly these principles for us all along, they have had very immediate linkages to specific behaviors, but not only that, to specific human capital management systems, right? So I think what we've done is we've said you need to work on the symbolic aspects, which is the principles, it's the narratives, it's the storytelling, it's the telling of experiences. But you need to embed those in the hardcore human capital management principles, because people will then see you talk the talk and walk the talk, right? But also because those are much more actionable, tangible, and I think measurable. And so absolutely, we have built all of this in how we hire, how we fire, and we say you hire for culture and you fire for culture. And if you're unwilling to do that, if you are going to hire for culture but then fire only for results, you will not have the culture you desire, and it will be short-term gain, long-term pain. We've built it in how we promote, how we compensate. And then the other interesting piece is we are now at a point, I think almost 6-7 years into this journey, where we are getting increasingly more, I think, laser focused on being able to identify where execution pain points exist, and then from these cultural principles, build roadmaps for execution that are very tied to culture. So for example, we worked a lot, I think, last year and the previous year on decision making. And so within an organization that needs to innovate and that is somewhat chaotic and decentralized, how do you combine decentralized decision making with alignment? And we structured a whole framework of how we expect leaders to make decisions. But all of that work, which is extremely process and results oriented, right? How to make a decision, what the different roles are, when you should delegate, when you should keep it yourself, when you should escalate. But all of that feeds off of those cultural principles and that general cultural framework of how we work and how we expect our people to work.